Yeah, listening to myself, I got that TED Talk link put up there, and it occurred to me how this thing that is inside of everything that is not a thing is the thing. I don't know if that makes any sense, unless a person has a sense of nonsense. That the Mobius point, where everything turns inside out and is everything, that's the thing. That's the thing that's the same in everyone and everything. Because there's only one thing. That's sort of a trip. I suppose if one has not had that kind of an experience, there's no explanation that's possible. And if somebody has had that sort of an experience, there's really no explanation necessary. And you just look at somebody, see a little twinkle in their eye, and you smile, and maybe they're thinking the same thing you are, because they are you. Or maybe that twinkle it means something else. Maybe they got a little stardust in their eyes. Anyway, that's sort of a flip out, twist out, inside out thought occurred to me as I was listening to myself, to try to put it into words. The emptiness thing, the center, the non-being, that's another abstraction. But there is this sort of a funny feeling I get sometimes. How? Well, this is just entirely too silly, but I'll go ahead and put it up there anyway. It sort of sums up quite a bit of, in playing reality checkers, to get to the end of the board, or in chess also, when a pawn gets to the end of the board, it can become anything. There's some restrictions there, but games might be metaphorical on many levels. And then there's always the old "those that know don't say." So I try to watch what I'm saying and keep track of the tracks and don't look back. I think exercises in futility, that's probably what I need. Too much time on my hands, so I need to do a lot of these kinds of exercises to stay in shape. The shape of the multi-dimensional Mobius, and to wordify it. Were I to define it, a whirling eye. Could be sort of a Sufi view. Not sure about that. Not sure, the Gordian knot that Tao unties. All in a mind sigh. Not the knot. Word plays on word plays. Reminds me of my dear old dad, and how he was fond of saying, there are three twos. TWO, TO, and TOO. Three words in English. But there is no word in English that can be spelled out we can say it, there are three twos, but how do you spell that? I think my dad put a spell on me. He appeared to be kind of lazy, but I think he was teaching at the same time. He'd say, go look that up. What does that word mean? Go find that in the encyclopedia. Where is that on the globe? A kind of sense of wonder was induced in my natural curiosity. And with grammar, he'd say, quick, 1 and 1 is 2, or 1 and 1 are 2? Quick, what's the answer? And I don't think he thought of himself as any kind of a guru. I think he was just teasing, and he realized that there were these grammatical situations, but apparently they etched my brain pretty well and gave me a whole lot to think about. So I like to make maps, like to draw these maps. The cartographer in me, and the metaphysician in me, and the scientist, and the theist, and everybody, that whole committee, they all get together every so often, and they all throw up onto YouTube. A boomerang comes to mind. The baby boomerang. Anywho, enough said for now.